Hello, I'm Dan.
Oh, I'm Sarah. I'm just gonna close my bedroom door.
Cool. What a great. Are you Shane? I wonder.
It says
Hey,
you have
I'm
other
Sarah.
Riverside tabs open.
Who, me?
What?
Yeah.
I don't. That's not true.
Okay, we're good then. Let's just. There we are. I'm Shane.
I'm Dan.
Oh, I'm Sarah.
Yeah, and this is What the Hell's Your Problem, a podcast where we talk about our problems, our little problems, our big problems. Usually they're pretty petty and trash, and then we sometimes try to fix them. Some of us have positive attitudes around here. Some of us less. Some of
Not
us
this
neutral.
lady. I'm not
this-
positive.
Not this bitch. You must have a T-shirt that says "Not this bitch" on it,
No,
right?
but I could make one with my cricket.
You could make one with your cricket. Sarah has a cricket. I don't know if you guys know that. Sarah has a little machine that can make T-shirts and all sorts of
I know
useless
everyone's
trash.
super shocked by this news.
Yeah, it's like having Timu in your kitchen.
Oh, it's better than that.
Yeah.
Actually, nothing's better.
I'm
than
trying to be
Timu.
more
What am I-
positive.
What?
In a library, everything's good.
Yeah, what's happening is that's not a real library behind you.
I tried to
Yeah, it
change
is.
mine.
It's
You
my
let me.
book library.
Oh, my book library.
Let me just grab this. Oh,
You
never
don't have a
mind.
book library.
Disappears.
If anything, you would have like a vape library with a catalog of different flavors of vapes behind you.
Shane, I was on Marketplace yesterday, and somebody
Yep.
was selling another full-size Gandalf cutout. And I
No.
wondered if you needed two.
Motherfucker.
Well, at first I was like, oh, is Shane selling Gandalf? But it was
You could
another
fight them.
person.
You know what you need? You need a Sauron one, and then you can fight them.
Well, you could
Love
have
that.
Gandalf. You could have a Gandalf the Gray and then paint one and have Gandalf the White. You
Yeah,
could
but
have
they
one
wouldn't
of
fight
each.
each other, though. That doesn't make any sense.
They might.
They wouldn't. What? No, they're the same guy. Come
Well,
on, man.
anything can happen in fantasy.
When
Okay.
I might have to get that one because this one's getting a little wrecked. I hope.
You're
While
buying
you
a new
play,
one.
while your cosplay.
Well, if you'd stop fucking it.
Yeah, it has a big hole in its mouth. But yeah, no, I'm trying to be more positive. I just want to give a little update about the mouth guard from last time.
Oh,
Oh,
please
right.
do.
We need
Yes.
to know about
How did
this.
that pan out? Yes. Just to
I'm sure you
update.
guys-
Just
You
to
guys are gonna
update.
be shocked.
Can I
but
update
she-
them?
Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead. Wait, what?
Dude. Okay, Shane's dog ate his girlfriend's mouth guard while he was out for lunch at Montana's. And then
From-
and then instead of letting her know, his plan was to replace it with his mouth guard because he thinks they have similar sized teeth. And so, Shane, how'd that work out, man? What went on?
Well, when she came home, it was very quiet for a long period of time, and then she immediately knew that was my mouth guard.
So you
Weird.
did try to trick her.
I didn't try to trick. I put it near her bed just to see if maybe she'll give it a try. And what if it
That's
did
literally
fit?
trying to trick somebody. That's tricking. Unless you were like, hey, the dog ate your mouth guard. Do you want to try mine? Anything other than that is a trick.
It's trickery, Shane.
Trickery.
And I feel
Fuckery.
bad.
Fuckery even.
I drove to London Drugs and I got like one of the the best ones they have to sell. So she uses that. She went to the dentist. Everything's fine. We're still together. There was definitely remnants of Tums on the mouthpiece that would have been a giveaway, but I did clean it. But
Did you find the mouthpiece that the dog had taken?
no, my mouthpiece.
Okay, but did you end up finding the one the dog ate, or was it just gone?
No, it's gone. I've been watching her shits. Nothing's come out. So,
Crazy. She
Oh,
ate. She
Hazel.
I don't
fully
know.
just. Wow.
but it's a happy
Okay.
ending. That's the only update I got.
She didn't
For
get
that.
mad at you at all for trying to trick her?
It was a rough weekend, but it was nothing to do with the mouth guard.
Was
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
food
'cause
poisoning from Montana's too. So
You got
You
food
got food
poisoning.
poisoning from the Montana,
yeah, I had to
bro.
call it. I was sick for like 3 days, puking, shitting. I couldn't eat anything. And then I was like, maybe it is the Montanas. And I had the leftover ribs and I ate it and I got sick again. So I'm like, damn it. It's the fucking ribs.
Okay, hold on a minute. You mean to tell me? First of all, this is definitely the universe teaching you a lesson for tricking your girlfriend. I think for sure.
Yeah, no problem.
But then,
Or eating at Montana's, it could go either way.
yeah, it's the whole package. So, I mean, I feel like you ate the Montanas and then you got sick, and then the next day you ate the rest of the ribs and got sick again.
Well, I got sick and then I was just like, oh, yeah, maybe I've just, been so anxious and, drinking too much. I'm just like, yeah, I just run down. I just did the old run down thing. And then I was hungry and I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat those ribs again. Then I got sick again, like, is the next day. So,
How do you?
Well, pause. Did you just use the podcast camera to look inside your mouth, Daniel?
I did, yeah, yeah.
we
Is
can't
that
get
what
yeah.
it was?
Listen, do you guys have an issue where you just bite your lip all the time, and
Yeah.
then
I go through phases.
but then yeah, me too. And then I bit it like 3 times the other day until I like completely mangled the inside of my lip, like so bad. And then, but don't you think? Okay, hot take. But like after it heals, after like 2 days, isn't it kind of fun to play with? Like when it doesn't hurt anymore.
What's
You got a
wrong
big,
with you?
you got like a big bump, like a big lump there.
They
You can be
always
like,
have to touch it. Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
great.
not out of funness. It's out of like necessity.
And when you bite it, does it hurt like inside your jaw, kind of like it
brings-
makes your like your ears almost hurt?
Brings tears
You know
to
what
your
I'm
eyes.
saying?
It just sounds like you're Miss MDMA because that's like 70% of what happens when you do MDMA.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's the problem? I've got rave mouth. Dude.
Shane, you're disappearing into your bookcase.
It's like Back to the Future.
I have you as yeah.
Every time we mention okay, here's the thing. Okay, look, when we talk about books a little bit,
Oh.
that's crazy.
Every
Shane
time
is
something
an
I don't
idiot.
like. And
Yeah, every time we make fun of Shane, he just disappears into the bookshelf. It's so funny. I think I told you guys I like reading now, right? Did we talk about that? Okay, so I read that book, The Tattooist of Auschwitz.
Yeah, that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing. I finished the book. Amazing book. Unreal. Such a feel-good story. Brutal, but in the end, beautiful love story. Unreal. Tried to watch the TV show. God awful. God awful. Crazy.
The show?
The show was not good. They made the main character way too hot to be in Auschwitz. Like,
that's not
way
okay.
too hot. You're
that
you're
show
watching
called
it. Yeah, it's like
It's
crazy.
I
Dave Navarro's in that the adaptation.
No, he's hot like old school Jared Leto. You know what I mean? Like hot, like smoky eyed, like he's like as if the striped pajamas are Calvin Klein and he's modeling them. Like it was not good, dude. It was. We just stopped, and also like I feel like if you hadn't read the book, you wouldn't even understand what the hell was going on. It was not a good show. So we did not finish it.
I just also read a great book that they turned into a TV show that is a friggin' great TV show.
What is it?
The Gentleman in Moscow. Highly recommend.
Is it about Donald Trump?
No. He is neither a gentleman. Well, I should say.
He's kind of in Moscow though, isn't he?
Well, he's in Moscow.
Yeah, right. More like Moscow's in him.
Yeah. Somebody's in somebody, and it's not pretty. Oh, we almost got banned from America, you guys. Well, me and Daniel.
Well, I've been like listening to audiobooks more at at work instead of podcasts because I've been listening to too much murder podcasts and I felt like it was kind of fucking with my psyche. So
it'll do that.
Audiobooks. I was telling you guys I listened to that Alan Carr's How to Quit Drinking, and then I've started Blood Meridian, which is like a book I don't think I can normally read, but it's a good audiobook.
Okay,
Cormac McCarthy.
dude,
Good.
what is okay? But like, how are you enjoying the quit? I have more to say about reading, by the way. But how are you enjoying the quit drinking one? Because the quit smoking one and the quit vaping one, very good.
Yeah.
They work great. But this is what I've heard, and I found this
Yeah.
to be true. It only works the first time you read it. If you have to go back and try it again, it kind of works. Like it resets your brain a little bit, but not as well as the first time. Which, by the way,
Yeah.
still off the vape, still off nicotine, over 3 months now.
Nice.
Feeling
Wow.
great.
Good on you. You've
Feeling
made it.
great.
I
But
really
are
want to
finding that it's changing how your brain is towards booze a little
Well,
bit?
this is what
How
I'll
far
say.
into it?
Yes, I'm about like halfway through, and yeah, pretty much it's like the same thing as a smoking one. It's just it tells you that what you're doing is dumb, and I'm like, I understand that, and I've been doing a lot more things sober. With
Good for you,
like
Shane.
before, I'd be like, I'm gonna be anxious about this. I better have a couple drinks instead of like, let's just go and see how it goes, and then so it is changing me a bit. And
Yeah, okay,
I,
that's cool.
yeah,
And I think what's interesting about it is that like the smoking one is you actually get nothing from smoking. There actually isn't anything.
no,
Your
it's
brain
true.
just thinks you do, but you actually do get like a confidence boost from drinking
Does it
at
taste
first.
good? Can we?
Yeah.
Sorry, can we pause? I really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'll be real quick. Carry on without me.
No worries. No,
I
I
think,
just
yeah.
find like it changed my mindset where it's like, you know what, I don't need to drink for this thing. It's stupid.
No,
And it's
listen, I got to level with you, man.
the
What?
whole book is like, yeah, you think you're more confident and less anxious and funnier or whatever you think, but it's actually that's you yourself doing it. It's just kind of accentuating it. For
Yeah,
a
yeah,
short-
yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why
You're
I'm feeling about it. Yeah.
you're making the narrative yourself, 100%. And like you're not, and also it might make you less anxious for a bit, but then it just causes so much more chaos in your life that I don't think what you maybe don't understand is that you're anxious because of the chaos that comes because you drink too much, that comes from the chaos. That's like that's the cycle of it. It's like my life is unmanageable, so I drink to deal with the emotions of not being able to handle it. But the unmanageability comes from the fact that you're drinking all the time. So it's like that's the tough thing, and it's uncomfortable at first to break,
Yeah.
but then you start to feel better about it.
Yeah.
I know when I first went into 12-step programs, it was really easy for me to admit that I was an alcoholic. That was easy, but the admitting that my life was unmanageable, that was was the one thing I was like, oh shit, that was the more aha thing about it. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, like I lose my debit card like twice a month minimum. Like, it's like so much chaos. Anyway, good for you, man. Keep reading it. That's really cool. It's great.
Like before I'd be like uncomfortable in situations putting myself out there, but now I'm like, you know what? If I push myself sober in those uncomfortable situations, then if something cringe happens or whatever, I can deal with that personally instead of, numbing it. But anyway,
it becomes easier. The
uncomfortable.
more it's learning how to it's legit learning how to practice. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's cool too because I just had a friend actually like 2 hours ago text me and be like, "Hey, I'm thinking about not drinking. Is there like a book do you think I should read?" And I was like, "I guess like the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous," but it feels like such an aggressive thing to just start at if you're like unsure. Like there's got to be something a little more chilled. Like
Seriously,
for
you guys.
some of you.
it's an audio book too, so it's easy to listen to. You can do your dishes, you can do the things.
Well, I think this person is like a avid reader,
Deaf?
so
They're deaf.
yeah, they're deaf.
Unfuck Yourself is so good for the same thing.
Oh,
But
really?
it covers like alcohol, it covers smoking, it covers overeating. It's like how it's basically unfucking your entire life.
Great.
And only you have the power to change it. And the audiobook, he has a very lovely Scottish accent.
Can it teach me how to unfuck some of my exes? Right on. Anyway, now I'm reading another Nazi book called Auschwitz, a doctor's point of view. And
Why
it
are
is
you
by
doing that?
I got problems, bro. I don't know. So Dr. Joseph Mengele. I'm
Don't
sure that
fuck
we're
right off. You are not reading his book.
No, he didn't. I don't think he has a book. No. But he did. There's a guy, a Jewish man who is like a pathologist who is like really like respected, reputable. He went to Auschwitz and then he became Dr. Mengele's basically his pathologist, his assistant, to stay alive. And he survived the whole thing. And he wrote a book. And I'm reading it right now. It's unfortunate because the cover has a huge swastika on it, so I can't read it in public. I can't take yeah, on the bus. I can't take it to a coffee shop and read it because massive
Just
swastika
open
on
it
the
and
front.
hold it in front of your face on the bus.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
wave it
totally.
around.
I agree with this. I love this.
Yes. Well, and yeah, it's called the doctor's point of view, like as if I'm trying to find like someone to tell me, no, it was good. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like it could easily be taken that way.
Throw a
So
Kanye shirt on to go with it.
yeah, but I'm reading about it. So I'm reading all this stuff, and it's crazy because it talks a lot about like how the Nazis came into power as well. Like, and also I recently re-listened to the last podcast on the left episodes about Dr. Mengele, and they also talked a lot about how the Nazis came to power. It is crazy how many things are exactly the same as what the Trump administration is doing. It's fucking crazy. Like RFK just came out and said that he wants to put autistic people in a registry.
Yeah.
Because buddy, the concentration camps were originally like people with disabilities. I don't know what we say again. We can't go into that. We already got in trouble for that. But
we had to scrap a whole episode because of that.
Yes. So I don't want to say it. What is the current word that
you can say people with disabilities?
Yeah, it was people with disabilities, and it was political prisoners. But political prisoners were like people like me who just disagreed. It wasn't like you were running against him. It was just anybody who disagreed. So those were like the first 6. And the way that he's demonizing the left on his Truth Social post. Did you see that Easter post? Oh my God, where he's like, they're the devil, blah, 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 blah. It's like, this is like all setting up to put us in camps. It's really scary stuff. And then he's like telling Harvard, he told all the schools and all the Ivy League schools, all the universities that they were going to have somebody from his administration on their property to on their boards, making sure that they're teaching stuff that is in line with the Trump administration, which those 2 things are like the first 2 things the Nazis did. And it's like crazy, dude. And then I'm in my comments. I posted a post on Facebook that said, has anybody called Pierre Poilievre Mussolini yet? But Moose, like a moose, because he's Canadian, which is a perfect joke. Let's be honest. It's anyway. Really good joke. But this one guy I know, I kind of know him. He's like a real estate agent in Victoria. He was just like, where I live, he's like hoping for his victory, which is like,
Ew.
First of all, this is a joke post. You didn't need to make this serious. And then I really try not to do politics, but if it's a joke, I'll do it. But I always end up deleting serious posts. But anyway, man, me and him just went into it in the comments back and forth. And I'm like,
I want to know who it is.
Pierre, you wouldn't know him anyway. Pierre Poilievre is like, he's doing a lot of the same, or wants to do a lot of the same stuff. And I'm just listing all these things because he's being like, oh, their politics he's like his economic stuff, the liberals, it hasn't worked in the last 10 years. He's trying to change this and this and this. And I'm like, he's like, why can't we talk about politics anymore without it getting heated? And I'm like, because all of this other stuff, his stance on truth and reconciliation, trying to overturn gun laws, gender stuff, his stuff about trans rights and anti-abortion stuff is like, I can't even, who gives a shit about what he has to say economically? He's trying to take rights away from people who are my friends. That's fucking, man, this is why I can't talk about it, because he's doing Nazi shit. And I don't like the liberals. I'm not, but I'm like, but I also can't, it's just crazy to me that these people on the right won't they're like, why can't we talk about politics? It's like, because all these things are non-starters. Like, what's the point in even getting into that when this guy's talking? How are you overlooking all this stuff? This is nuts. So anyway, I had another friend get involved also on Facebook. They started getting into it back and forth. This guy, this is the point of the story, why I'm telling it on the podcast.
Anxiety.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna get to the funny part. Okay, so this guy keeps going back and forth, and he's like, we can't have nice discourse. Nobody can just have a nice conversation about politics anymore. Blah blah blah. And I just keep listing all this Nazi stuff. Anyway, my buddy just laughed at one of his arguments. Was about like, he's like, I agree with you 100%, and we should be talking about hate crimes towards these marginalized people you're talking about, and how they don't get locked up for enough time, and Pierre Poilievre's going to lock them up. And I'm like, are you telling me that like the people who he's emboldened to commit hate crimes are now he's going to lock them up for doing the thing he encouraged? Like, what is that argument? And my friend laugh emoji'd it, and then this guy who was going off about calm discourse DM'd my other friend who he does not know and called him a cunt and went off and said all this shit privately. So on my page, he's being like, wow, can't we just all get along? And then privately, he's calling people cunts and saying all this crazy shit.
I hope they screenshotted it. And
he screenshotted it and posted it directly onto the feed. And then also wrote out a Facebook review of his real estate business. And then posted that, and then the guy like he blocked him, and then he unblocked him, and then he apologized. And then my friend is like such a shit disturber. He then created a group chat with me in it as well, and was like, "Hey, motherfucker!" He's like, "Who do you like? You think you can just say this?" And I'm like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "This is not me. I can't handle this.
I need out of this group chat.
Don't add me to this group." So my friend who I was like, "Come on, get in here, help me take this guy on because he's not listening to me." He just took it to like a whole other level that I'm not trying to be at, and so I've been really anxious. Anxious all day. Like I just don't function well with this.
Now we're all anxious.
Online.
Thank you.
There's too much shit on me online that like I did it one time. I made a funny comment on something, and then the guy found me, phoned my job, and then I had to have an HR meeting. Be like, hey, did you say something about this daughter that's in a wheelchair that there should be more stairs at Rona so she can't go into the store? I was like, I did. But it was just a fucking comment on fucking Reddit. I didn't think it would go this far. Well, he was complaining about how there's too many stairs at different places and not enough. I was like, "Oh, where are you going, Rona? Like, I'm sure she really needs to go there or something." I don't know. It was bad, but I was.
You took it. Yeah, you took a hard stance, and you were like, "Less ramps, more stairs." That's crazy.
Drive a truck too. What's she gonna use that for, or something? Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Again, I love how every time you're heated about something, you're like so in the wrong. Like every time.
Yeah, but I didn't. And then I had to have a fucking meeting, so I just don't comment anymore. I'm like, that's it for me. I'm done.
I hate social media. I don't even want to go on it because it stresses me out because people are
just
stupid.
Facebook, man.
It's Facebook. I'm basically Reddit is the only thing I'm going on right now because I feel like people there are smarter. Maybe exception.
Facebook is it's so bad.
But I have to keep my Death Watch going, so I can't quit it altogether.
Ooh, I also got into again just recently with my girlfriend's family because I said a joke that bombed because I took a photo of my cat in her catio, which is caged. And I was like, "Oh my God, ICE took my daughter," and I showed them the photo, and
I think that's funny.
And then my girlfriend, "You can't say that."
Well, it's a little bit of betting with someone else's chips, but it's pretty funny.
It's weird that RFK said that stuff right after like the new season of Love on the Spectrum came out because it was such a lovely
favorite shows.
It's such a good show, and it was just
one of the best
kind of weird timing.
People with autism are beloved. I'm listening to the telepathy tapes right now. You guys,
good.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, don't go on the internet and read about it though. People are really mad about it.
Well, I think it sounds like a lot of it might have been made up.
Well, that's what they're saying on the internet, but they also burned Galileo at the stake, didn't they, for saying that the Earth was not the center of the universe? So a lot of the time, every time, scientific discoveries of this magnitude are met with disdain and anger. So I don't know, man. They burned
Joan of Arc for driving or whatever she did. I don't know what.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you get it. Sometimes you do get it right, you know.
Can this lead into my hate right now, which is fucking men in general?
100%, yeah. Men. And also, totally fair. Whatever you're about to say, yep.
I'm just fucking tired of them. I'm tired of men. Do you know, you two can ask your partners this, if you are a woman and you are walking, a man, most men, not all men, I would say a vast majority of men will not move. You will walk right, they'll walk right into you, like take your shoulder out.
They're walking towards you?
If you're walking towards a man, they're walking towards you. They expect you to move out of their way.
I'll get out of the way of a pigeon. What are you talking
I'm not saying
about?
all men, but like so I tested it last week in the dollar store. Fucking walked right into me, just and stared at me the whole time.
With a guy, that's different.
Why should I move out of his way? They expect you to.
It depends on who's walking straight first.
Hey, I got a quick question. When the fuck are you walking anywhere? What are you talking about?
Me? I walk all the time. What do you mean? That's not very kind.
Yo, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that, but here's the thing is that we're so bad and our track record is so shitty that I'm like, you say whatever you want and you're like, I'm like, sure, dude. Like, yeah, that's true.
I'll say this though, if it's another man walking at me and I don't move, they bump into you. Mostly me because I look like a pussy. And then that's like fight time for them. So I mean, I've had that before.
Well, I wanted to fight this
move. I move for everyone.
I move for everyone. I'm happy to move.
Well,
it's easy for me to move.
Most men do not. I'm just tired of the fucking mansplaining. I'm tired of the fucking Trump patriarchy. I'm tired of listening to fucking Pierre Poilievre and his fucking. I'm
get this, Sarah. I also, if I see a rain puddle, I also take my coat off and put it on the puddle and get the lady to walk on it.
Can we talk about how cute it is that Shane just said rain puddle?
Oh, like his library books behind him.
Rain puddle.
This book right here.
Rain puddle is.
Well, what else is it?
When I see a rain puddle, I put down my. Like, I picture your jacket's like a Paddington coat.
Yeah, pea coat.
Dude, I feel like putting your jacket down over a puddle. I feel like the person who actually did that was being passive aggressive. I feel like that's not really. Do you know? Have you seen that? Have you seen that trend on the internet where the guy's like on the very edge of the bed and he leans over to his girlfriend and he's like, "Hey, could you give me like just a little bit of room or whatever," and then he turns back and she's gone from the bed, and then he walks over to the window and looks and she's standing mad in her pajamas across the street. Have you seen that?
No, I love that.
It's really funny, but I feel like that's the jacket over the puddle. It's like, oh, you don't want to get your shoes wet? Here, let me just fucking put my whole ass coat in a puddle for you. Like nobody did that and was like, "Milady," and if they did, that's a red flag, dude. That's like way too crazy. That's crazy. I've never believed.
Men should just be fucking normal. Just be normal humans.
That'd be nice. I agree.
It would be dreamy.
Do you know how much therapy and like 12-steppery and I had to get sober? Like the amount of work I had to go in to just become a baseline normal person who cares about others is crazy. It's a crazy amount of stuff I had to do. Being a man is a nightmare.
On the other side, the pussy men. Like, babe, this wine. Oh my god, look at that scarf on you. That's so annoying to me.
I'm that though, but I am that. That's actually who I am, and I think that's the little bit of gay in me, where I love outfits. Okay. Like, I want to talk about your outfit. I love putting an outfit together. I love complimenting people non-sexually on their outfits. I love that stuff. And it feels, I would never could have talked like this before because I was so toxic. And when I say being a man is a nightmare, I don't mean it in a way where like we have it hard. Good. That's not what I mean. I mean just
through this screen and fucking slap you.
That is
I
not
have
what I mean. I mean like
I don't.
I just mean like we're very unaware, stupid, not stupid, but like just really self-centered people.
Socially unaware.
Yeah, we're
This
being a man. Being a man is a nightmare for everyone around us. Is more accurate. Like being a man in general is kind of we're dumb. I can't believe how much work it's taken for me to not
this might
be
be a bad
attracted.
transition from what you just said, but I went to physio today, and I have a man physio guy, and he said, "Shane, I don't normally say this to patients, but you are oozing with style." And he's like, "You're the best dressed person that I've seen all day today."
Wow,
And I'm
Shane.
like, "What? Everything
Or
I
is it-
have is West 49, and it's
Yeah, I was
like."
gonna say.
But he actually said it seriously. He's like, "You got to tell me where you get your fit and stuff." I'm like, you ever go to Old
West
Navy?"
49 clear out.
This is crazy.
We
Whereas other
were
patients' garbage cans.
I don't know, but I was like, "No one's ever said that to me." He's like, "Really? No one said that to you?" I'm like, "Yeah,
we
no."
were down in the States last year, and my son started really getting into shirts like Shane's wearing right now, like button-up Hawaiian kind of style shirts.
I
And
remember
so
Oh.
we were shopping, and he found some, and then we went to the hotel, and he was trying them on, and my friend's husband was there. And he's like, "Oh, Jude, look at you." And he's like, "Yeah, look at me. I'm pretty lit. Forever 21, baby." And now it's been a
Yeah,
joke for like well over a year that Jude's love
that's
of
Shane.
Forever 21 was his favorite shirt.
Shane,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, dude, when your hair is cut and your beard is trimmed, you look great.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So many
I agree.
compliments.
But when you get it long and you don't do it, you look like
People hand me
sad.
change.
You look damaged.
Yeah, it's a little because my hair doesn't grow. I've always wanted to grow long like a lady's hair. Sorry, I don't know if you can say that, but it grows out. It's like mushroom cut. Like I
You're-
look like Toad from Mario. Like
Yeah,
You're
don't
moving
do
your
that.
hands like you're looking for a reverse bob.
yeah,
A little
I want a
strange.
carrot cut.
Hey, interestingly enough, a reverse bob still called a bob.
Isn't it called a Robert?
Oh, that's the dumbest fucking thing.
Okay, Shane. Do you have an issue this week? Do you have a problem?
Yeah. So this one, man, it just kind of fell into my lap and it's kind of perfect, but it also is bothering me. So I'm realizing every time that my problem it's usually my fault.
Always.
But this one, I don't think it is.
Okay. All right.
Just a quick backstory. So when I was like 19, 20, I worked at Romeo's, and I was drinking quite heavily at the time.
That's a pizza place for the listener. Romeo's is a pizza place.
I was a delivery driver, lost my license because I almost killed a cop, and then I was answering the phones. And then anyway, I don't want to get into it, but I had a regular cab driver because this guy always came to Romeo's. He drove cabs, so he gave me his personal number, and so every time I would text him, he'd be there. And he'd buy primetime cigarettes, we'd smoke them, and he'd drive me home. Almost every time I got drunk, like every time I would text him, he was there. At one time, I think I went into his house. I don't remember. Anyways, I've lost that number like years later. And just the other day, my friend was in the cab and he was talking about like stand-up or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, do you know, I really like this guy, Shane Priestley." And the cab driver's like, "Shane Priestley, like from Victoria?" And it was the cab driver, and he said this. He's like, "Shane never phones me anymore."
Oh.
He said that to the guy, and he told me that. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? There's Uber now. I don't need a regular cab driver guy.
Oh, you should call him. You should call him and just go have a meal with him at Romeo's.
At
too
or
weird.
Montana's.
It's
Can I
too
ask-
late. The time has passed. He never calls me anymore.
How'd you kill a cop almost?
Well, there's a hill, I won't mention where it is, but if you go really fast, you get air, and there was a cop investigating a noise complaint, and I almost ran him over, and then I got
Whoa.
arrested. Yeah.
You were trying to get air in your car?
Yeah, a Honda Civic.
That's a bad
Sick.
idea.
Were you delivering pizzas while you were doing it?
No, I was sober, but my friends in the car were high on ecstasy at the time, and I was like, "Let's show you a good time." Bro."
That's crazy.
I evaded the police, and then the police, there was like 6 cop cars
You
surrounded me.
evaded them? Like you tried to get away?
Yeah, and then
Whoa.
the guy came out and he's like, "Where is this little bitch?" And I got scared, and then he cuffed me and slammed my face in the trunk, and then I just immediately started crying, and they let me go.
Dude, I'm getting to know you on this podcast.
I know.
Wild story.
It's incredible. What a story. What do you mean? Like this is, and then you got a license back after that?
So I lost my license. It was like 6 months, but I still was supposed to delivery drive. So I had like a week before my license was revoked. And then I got another evading police charge because I thought the cop didn't see me, and I ripped down. And he's like, "What are you doing, trying to get away from me?" And I was like, "No, I was trying to go to the gas station." He's like, "There's no gas station around here. This is like, West Saanich Road." And so I got a double ticket on there. So I lost it for like almost a year, I think. Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. It's crazy that you lost your license twice, but neither of them were a DUI.
No, and I was sober. I never have been one to drink and drive. So that,
You know what? I never got a DUI either. I was definitely eligible for one, but I never got
There's been
one.
a few slippery times, but I've never been one to make mistakes when I'm in the wrong.
Okay,
This
one time I was driving down like a street in Victoria, like a main kind of street, like it's called Shelbourne Street. It's like a normal, like a main artery of the city. And it was about midnight, and it's a 50 zone, and I was doing like 80 down Shelbourne Street, and kilometers an hour for you American listeners, and I had probably like close to a quarter ounce of bagged up cocaine in the car, and also like $7,000 in cash.
Whoa, looks bad.
Yes, and I passed a car on the right, which is also illegal, and then the car flashed its lights at me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to jail." I was also wasted. And I'm like, I'm going to jail for sure. This is it for me. And then the cop pulled up next. I slowed down to pull over, and then it was an undercover cop car. And then it pulled up next to me, and the cop just looked at me, and he just went like this. He just went like, take it down a notch. Like he moved his hands down, like slow down. And I saluted him, and I was like, thank you. And then he just drove off, and I'm like, holy
You
fuck.
saluted him? Oh
Man, that's well. I was just like, you got it. Not like a thank you, officer. Like it was just a very casual salute. Like you got it for sure. Dude, that's crazy. I thought that was one of the scariest moments. I'm like, that is. I should.
Well, if I actually killed that cop, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I don't know.
No.
I'd probably be. I'd be a speaker traveling the lands.
Yeah. You'd probably be rich doing speeches at high schools. It would have been the best thing that ever happened.
The worst was like it was good cop, bad cop, and they're like, "Don't worry, he's just mad because you almost crushed him with your conduct Civic." And I'm like, "Oh God."
Daniel, were you driving Granny's car when you were cruising down?
It was my grandpa's car. He sold it to me for $1. It was a white Honda Civic. Yeah,
I had a Ford Fairmont that I bought for a flat of blue.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah. No, I was driving a Mercedes SUV that I
remember that car.
My friend's car that I was kind of my car for a little bit. Anyway,
didn't it get repossessed?
It did. Yes.
Cab driver, like, what do you guys think I should do? Do you think I should reach out? Because I actually don't need a ride anymore.
No, you don't. If you don't need a ride, you don't reach out. That's weird. Don't do that.
Did you feel like a friend, or was it simply a transactional relationship?
Well, I mean, he never put the meter on. It was. I feel like that's a friendship move.
Oh, that is really nice. What was his name?
I don't know if I want to say his name on here.
I might know him.
Well, he might. I don't know if he's legally allowed to work here.
You're not saying anything bad about him. He sounds like a great guy.
His name's Nadeem.
Nadeem.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, we'd smoke those flavored prime times in the car. like before I went into my parents' basement suite.
Is he still? So he's still a cab driver.
Yeah, yeah,
Next time you need to get an Uber, call him up.
yeah. I should, but
Do you
no,
have his number? Do you have his number?
I do still. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
would call him.
next time you need a ride, hit up Nadine, man. That's cool. I think that's a cool thing to do.
Sorry, his
Very
name is Nadine.
Nadim.
He's probably
Oh,
French.
Nadim.
He's a really nice guy, but yeah, it's just it. But it also kind of started getting weird, Like,
Oh well, if it started getting weird, then don't do it.
No, don't.
well, then you just usually with a cab or an Uber, that's a contractual obligation. Now it's like, I'm older now that I'm like, I don't need to hang out in the cab much longer. Like,
Right.
You just
I get
literally want to
it.
ride.
Yeah, now you just want to ride home to the home that you own. Before you were like, it's cool. I'm friends with this cab driver and we fucking hang out sometime. Yeah, nah, don't call him. It's weird, dude. Don't do
I
that.
have to get inside before my Chinese food delivery gets there, and he can see there's like 3 delivery cars at my house at the same time.
Yeah, so we do food court. We do food court Sundays. We order a bunch of stuff. We got some Edo. We got some Opa. We got some New York fries. Come on in. We got a little bit of everything. That'd be kind of fun, hey? If you skipped the dishes, a bunch of mall food, and just ate it at home one night. That'd be all
Remember?
right.
Do you remember when we were kids and we used to go out for dinner to the food court at Mayfair Mall, and
Yeah,
everyone
dude,
got
I
their
do.
own
And
meal?
actually,
That
if
was
I'm
good shit.
if I'm a parent of 3 children, that's the move. Take them to where they can each get their own thing.
So lots of options.
Dinner at the
Yeah,
food
but
court.
The skip the dishes Cineplex, like they get the popcorn and stuff and have movie nights, and they get the movies popcorn delivered, which
Yeah, I have got movie popcorn delivered one time, and it was like $35.
it's expensive. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, but it is good though. It is better. Okay, I'll talk to you about my my dislike here. Okay, and it's not the restaurant itself. It's because the restaurant itself is fine. It's fine. It's not. I don't think it's it's not good. It's not bad. It's whatever. But are you familiar with this restaurant chain? It's a Canadian breakfast
Chorus.
chain called OEB.
Oh yeah, they have one in Victoria now.
Yes, it's called OEB. And
Oh.
so my girlfriend, Tara, she just reads. She got pretty good ADHD, and she just reads signs as you drive around town out loud, and like all the time. And one time we were driving past OEB, and she just went, "Ub." I fucking died. And I'm like, I just can't stop calling it "ub." Every time I go by it now, I go "ub." And sometimes, even when I'm not around it, I'll just be walking around my house going "ub" because it's so funny to me. It's so funny. And then, but here's the thing: is we've had I'm like, what do you think it actually stands for? And I'm like, it's got to be like over easy breakfast, right? And she's like, yeah, I think so. And sometimes we will make up. Other things for it, other acronyms like obvious, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now, but like, so it's like an ongoing joke in our house. Here's the thing. I think former guest of the show and our dear friend Rosa Graham,
Yes.
comedian Rosa Graham, her husband, Arnold,
Mhm.
is the GM
Yeah.
at UB in
Oh.
Victoria. And
Yeah.
so I saw them at Heckler's. They came to the show like a week ago or so, and I was talking to Arnold. I'm like, "Yo, man," I'm like, "I like your restaurant." And he's like, "Thank you. I do like it. It's it's a fine.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is? I'm like, I told him all about how Tara calls it "ub," and he's like, "Oh, dude, so many people call it "ub." Like most people who work there call it "ub." Like it's a whole thing. I didn't know that, and I'm like, what does it actually stand for? I'm like, wait, let me guess. I'm like, is it over easy breakfast? And he goes, it used to be over easy breakfast. That was what it was called.
Really?
But there's a U.S. chain that's called Over Easy Breakfast, and they gave him a cease and desist, so they were no longer allowed to call themselves Over Easy Breakfast. So I'm like, well, what does it stand for? And Rosa just starts laughing, and she's like, you're not gonna believe what it stands for. I'm like, tell me what it stands for. And he's like, it's so embarrassing. I'm like, what is it? And he's like, it's the most insane corporate acronym I've ever heard. This is what OEB stands for in the actual, like, they don't write it anywhere, but this is what it stands for. First of all, okay, I'll just tell you what it stands for. It says outstanding people embracing evolution, bold food.
No, it's not.
I'll start that over because I didn't even get through it.
Okay.
Outstanding people embracing evolution, bold food integrity.
Oh, for fuck's
First,
sake.
That was like a Scientology church.
First of all, there's words in here that aren't even in the letter. There's no P. There's 2 E's. There's no F.
There's too many words.
There's way too many words. There's no I.
3 letters. It should be 3 words.
And on top of that, if you put all the words together, they don't even make sense.
What does it say?
They're just words. It's like somebody pitched an idea of different words they could possibly use, and then they just said yes.
Give us the acronym. Say the acronym if you use all the words.
They could have been, oops, eat bacon. That could have been an easy one.
Yeah, great. Yeah, obviously eat bread. Yeah.
Cease and desist on that.
Old entertaining broads, eh? No, it's a strip club.
Oven's envious of brats.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so crazy. So it would have been OPEEBFI. So
Over bitches. That could have been. They got to get me on the board. That's what they need to do.
a peeb fee. It would have been a peeb fee. A peeb fee. Outstanding people embracing evolution, bold food integrity.
They're just words. Those are just words.
They're just buzzwords.
They're just oh, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Here's the thing, too. If you've ever worked in like advertising or marketing
or reading
brand, what?
Speaking, reading, like anything normal.
Reading it. But if you've ever worked in like in something where you're like branding or anything like that, there's always like hoops that you have to jump through to like get your thing approved. It's really hard most of the time. So like this is not just one person deciding this. This is like a team of people decided this. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't even believe it. I was like,
they probably made pretty good money too, pitching that ridiculous name.
I texted her the next day. I'm like, I just told Tara, and she's losing her mind. And then Rosa was like, dude, it's bananas. It's so
do you
crazy.
think they did it because they were pissed they had to change the name? So they just were like, fuck you. This is our new name.
Sign the check like so long. The check is humongous.
Yeah. His pay stub is like a whole legal size piece of paper. Just the name.
So insane.
Like CVS receipts, pretty much. It's like so crazy.
That is the biggest. Like I would never have been able to guess that was what you were gonna say.
That's
like, I had a plan in my head, but I was like, what the hell?
That's what Rosa said. She's like, you would never guess what it would be.
Nobody would guess that because it's
anyway. This is another thing that is my problem that I actually just kind of love. Like I love this. I love that it's called that. I think it's great.
It's spectacular.
Shane, can you please name this episode that whole thing? Please, can you please name it?
Yes.
People embracing evolution, bold food integrity.
Because I don't have a big enough piece of paper to write that down.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, nobody will remember that.
We're really burying the headline on this one.
They told me what it was. I'm like, you have to text me that because you have to because I'll never remember. Like I needed to. Yeah, it's
holy fuck. That's good. That was good.
All right. Well, hey, look, this has been a great episode. Been a great episode. Thanks for coming on the ride with us, everybody.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Hopefully we'll have an intern now next time.
That's our new plan.
Next time, I think we'll have the election will be done. So
thank God. I already voted, so now I don't have to think about it.
I voted too already. Shane, did you? Oh, you're voting tomorrow. Okay, good. Yeah, good man. Good stuff. Okay, well,
we can throw this out to our listeners. If anybody wants to be our unpaid intern, to edit with the bear,
or we'll pay you $50 a week.
Or
they can live in my shed. That'd be great. They also have to clean the hot tub too, but
To clean your hot tub, dude. Nobody's cleaning your hot tub, man. There's every jet has a shirt fucking ripped off and stuck in it.
Yeah, I found a chicken wing in ours once when
Yeah.
my husband was at the height of loving life.
I don't put food in there.
Not anymore. Have you ever heard Shane's joke about how he finally took his shirt off at the pool and then he's like, yeah, I got stuck in one of the jets and then fucking two old guys had to cut it off his body.
It kills me every time to say that joke because that was it's a pretty true statement, except no one helped me. It's in the real life story.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean on stage. You should then go in and tell the actual story. Like, that's so
all right.
cool. All right. Well, until next week, I've been Dan.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Shane.
What the hell's your problem? We'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.